Welcome to the Explainer. So, you ever wonder why some people just seem unstoppable? They're energetic, incredibly sharp, and fiercely independent well into their 80s or 90s, while other folks seem to struggle so much earlier in life? Today, we're exploring a deeply, deeply empowering concept. Proactive aging is actually largely within your control. We're going to unpack the 5 golden habits for healthy aging. These are simple, actionable practices to boost your quality of life, maintain your health, and literally preserve your independence.
Okay, let's dive into this with Section 1, The Secret to Aging, where we demystify the aging process. It's the core anxiety so many of us have about getting older, isn't it? Why does some age better than others? We see someone running a marathon at 80, or maybe starting a totally new business at 75, and we honestly can't help but ask ourselves, well, what do they have that I don't? Is it some magic secret, or is it something else entirely?
For the longest time, society kind of told us that vitality in our later years was basically a genetic lottery, just pure luck. You either had good genes or you didn't, right? But the data reveals a much, much more encouraging story. The real secret? It lies in small, daily habits. It's the everyday choices that quietly and consistently shape our health year after year. And the absolute best, most beautiful part of this entire explainer, it is never, ever too late to start. Moving right along to Section 2, Move and Fuel Your Body. Let's look at the physical foundations. Habit 1 is all about keeping your body moving every single day. One of the biggest myths out there is that slowing down physically is just an inevitable fact of aging. Actually, scratch that. It's the exact opposite. Becoming inactive is what actually speeds up age-related problems. And look, you do not need intense, grueling perfection at the gym to get these benefits. Simple, consistent movements, a daily walk around the neighborhood, a little light stretching, gardening, or literally just dancing to your favorite music in the living room profoundly maintain your muscle strength, your balance, and your heart health. Take Mary, for example. She's a 72-year-old grandmother. She didn't suddenly wake up and decide to sign up for a decathlon. She just started walking for 15 minutes a day. That is it. Just 15 minutes. And within a few short months, she had noticeably more energy, she was sleeping way better, and she felt a lot more confidence just moving around her own home. Consistency matters so much more than perfection. Small, consistent daily actions yield absolutely massive results. That brings us to habit 2, feeding your body with nutritious foods. What most people don't realize is that as we age, our bodies actually need quality nutrition more than ever to support our immune system, our bones, and our brain function. We're talking about colorful veggies, whole grains, beans, nuts, and lean proteins like fish or eggs. But hey, remember, good nutrition isn't about strict punishing diets or completely giving up every favorite food you have. No way. It's simply about making better, healthier choices most of the time. And a huge part of that nutrition is hydration. I want you to focus on the number 1 for a second. Why just 1? Well, because a lot of older adults simply don't feel thirsty as often. And that leads to a dangerous yet super common condition called silent dehydration. So try implementing this incredibly simple habit. Drink exactly 1 glass of water with every single meal. 1 glass. That is literally all it takes to effortlessly combat age-related dehydration. Let's shift gears a bit to Section 3, Brain Health and Sleep. These are your restorative foundations. Now, this is where things get interesting. I want you to think of your brain exactly like a muscle. The more you use it, stimulate it, and challenge it, the stronger it remains. A lot of folks are terrified of memory loss, assuming it's just a given part of getting older. But research actually shows that staying mentally active actively staves off cognitive decline. Reading books, solving puzzles, trying to learn a new language, or even just spending a few minutes a day learning a totally new skill, it challenges the brain in incredibly positive ways. But you really can't have a healthy brain without habit 4, prioritizing quality sleep. It is absolutely critical. When you sleep, your body goes to work repairing its immune function and physically processing your memories. If you struggle to get good rest, try these 3 steps tonight. First, go to bed at the exact same time every night to set your circadian rhythm. Second, strictly limit your screen use before bed. And third, keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Do this and you'll likely notice some striking improvements in your mood and concentration in just a few short weeks. Moving to Section 4, Staying Socially Connected. This is the emotional foundation. And this brings us to habit 5, staying connected and maintaining a positive outlook. Look, we are social creatures by nature. Isolation doesn't just make us feel sad, it actually physically impacts the body. But a positive mindset, that acts as a powerful anchor. When people maintain hope, find a sense of purpose, and really spot the joy in small daily moments, they are far more motivated to keep up with all the other habits we've been talking about. They naturally just want to stay active, eat well, and care for themselves.
And staying connected is way easier than you might think. You do not need a massive, overwhelming circle of friends. Just regular contact makes all the difference in the world. Make a phone call to someone you haven't spoken to in a while. Maybe visit a neighbor, volunteer a couple of hours a week, or join a local community group. Strong relationships provide deep support, and they add profound meaning to our everyday lives.
Finally, Section 5, your daily action plan. Now, what's really interesting about this section is how we bring it all together with small steps for today. We aren't just talking theory here, folks. This is about immediate implementation. Here are some bite-sized tasks you can literally start doing the very second this explainer ends. Go take a 10-minute walk. Add exactly 1 extra serving of vegetables to your next meal. Pick up the phone and call a friend. Read or learn something completely new for just 15 minutes. And commit to a consistent bedtime tonight. Practice regularly. These incredibly simple steps create compounding, life-altering changes. Let's rapidly fire through a recap of these 5 golden habits to firmly cement them into your memory. Number 1, move your body daily. Number 2, eat well and hydrate with that 1 glass of water per meal. Number 3, engage your brain like a muscle. Number 4, prioritize your sleep with a dark, cool room. And number 5, stay socially connected with a positive outlook. Put these together and they form an unbreakable foundation for a much healthier, far more fulfilling life. Now, before we completely wrap up, I do want to share this standard but very important reminder. This explainer is for educational purposes only, and it's not a substitute for professional medical advice. Always, always consult your healthcare provider before making any changes to your diet, your exercise routine, or your medications. Your safety always comes first. So, I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought. Which of these 5 habits are you going to start today? Remember, no matter your age, today is a magnificent day to take 1 small step toward better health. I promise you, your future self will absolutely thank you for it. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. If you found this empowering, jump into the comments and let us know which habit you already practice or the one you are starting right now. Keep learning, keep moving, and I'll catch you next time.